Hi, today I'll be installing a set of headlights on my 986 Boxster. I got a used set off a forum member for a pretty good price. And one of the common issues you'll see on these 986 Boxsters is that it has burn marks on the interior lens. Usually look dark brown or dark yellow. And also these rubber seals around the outside start to get really gummy and disintegrate with age. And that's the case with mine. It has both the burn marks and the seal is starting to show its age. So rather than spend a lot of money on a new set of headlights, I was able to find a used set in really good condition from a forum member at a good price. We've given it a quick refurbishment before I install them. You'll see these covers have just a little bit of pitting on them. So I'll be using this headlight renewal kit that I've had good luck with in the past. So I won't be able to film that portion. All that's required is a power drill, and the instructions are easy enough to follow. And then after that, I'll just be popping out the old lights and installing these ones. This is what I mean when I say burn marks on the interior lenses. So these are the original lenses. I'm not too sure if at one point there was aftermarket bulbs that were put in there and that's what caused it, but you'll see on both sides same thing. And then this is the seal that I was talking about here. It's getting really gummy, kind of coming out of place, just beat up. Okay, so to remove your headlight, it's pretty straightforward. You're gonna pop your frunk. Then you'll see this clip right here. You're gonna turn that counterclockwise. It's just threaded onto a stud. Apply a little bit of pressure as you're pulling it towards yourself, and just keep turning it loose. Alright, so you'll be able to manipulate that out of the weather stripping. There's the stud you can see it came off of, and then there's this rubber plug. These covers here are for aiming your headlight, so don't touch those flat covers. Take this rubber plug right here, pulls off. Then if you still have the tools that came with your Boxster, you should see one that looks like this. If not, you can use a 5mm Allen wrench. So after that plug is removed, you're gonna stick this in there. And you should feel a bite. Then you're gonna turn it. The other side was clockwise. I'm gonna guess this one's counterclockwise. So you're gonna turn it counterclockwise for the driver's side. See if I can get it both in this shot here. You'll see it start to pop out. But you can't turn it any further, so it'll pop out a little bit, and then turn it back the other way, clockwise, and that'll release the bar that's holding the light into place. So at that point, you should be able to pull it out. So when I went to transfer the corner lights that were on my old assemblies, there's tabs, old plastic tabs, that snapped on me. You see that one there. But I guess it's common because on the other old assembly, when I went to remove it, it was hot glued previously all the way around. So I guess at one time, for whatever reason, maybe the headlight assembly was replaced, or just the tabs on this corner piece had broken. So I am gonna use a razor, scrape all that off. I already made some pretty good progress, and then I'll have to re-hot glue it to the new assemblies. So when it comes to sliding the headlight back into place, there's a couple different tracks that you want to be looking at in order to line it up correctly. So the first track is right here, and you're going to line up this portion of the headlight into that track. And then there's a rear track back there, a little bit shaky, and you're going to line up this portion of the headlight that slides into that track. And then when you push back on the headlight, don't push back on that corner piece, push back more towards the center of the car, and that should give you a pretty good feel for it. So it's going to get pretty close, and then just go back inside your frunk and manipulate that 5mm Allen size hole that you were turning the wrench in before. This is the new set of headlights installed. You can see there's a little bit of sun damage here. It's kind of yellowish up towards the top, and then you can see this part looks a little bit better. I try to hit it with that headlight renewal kit. I just did the basic steps to it, but I'd have to get out the sanding pads and then go all the way down with that to try to restore it better than it looks right now. I didn't have the time to do it today, so that's going to be something I take on in the future. You can see the interior lens looks good. It's just the exterior that needs a little bit of restoration. And again, you can compare it with the old one. It had a really nice exterior, but it was the interior that needed changing out. So between the two, I have one good set, but hopefully this one will buff out and look good.